Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
All right, good. Let's keep this spirit until the presentation ends. And in this morning, we would like to learn about something new from Miss Atoyla. Please welcome Miss Atoy. All right, so today's topic is related to microorganism work. So let me ask first, are you angry when your favorite plant is infested with caterpillar? Yes, of course you are angry with that, right? So today we will learn how to prevent, kill, or maybe controlling pests like caterpillar. So without any further ado, let's start the presentation. Please welcome Miss Atoy, and time is yours.
All right, thank you, Miss Dea. I will share screen first. Wait. All right, can you all see my screen?
Yes, good, Miss Atoy.
All right, thank you. So let me introduce my name first. My name is Atoyla Ashiri, and today I will deliver about the microbial pesticide with the key concept is pathogen, product manipulate pest, and plant microorganism. Okay, before we go to the definition of microbial pesticide, we need to know about the meaning of pesticide itself. So a pesticide is any substance used to kill, repel, or control certain forms of plant or animal life that are considered to be pests. And from this definition of pesticide, we can define that microbial pesticides are products that crafted from the useful microorganisms which are used to preventing, destroying, repelling, or mitigating any pest or meant to manipulate or control the plant disease. So the aim of the microbial pesticide is to manipulate or control the plant disease. Because you know, like Ms. Dea said, the plant sometimes has the harm by the pest, right? So we sometimes it make gagal panen in some sector of farming. Okay, there are several. We will go to the types. There are several types or groups we can say. There are 4 groups of microbial pathogens are generally located in bugs that are bacteria, fungi, virus, and protozoa. But before we go to the addition, we need to know about the pathogens, right? So the pathogen is usually defined as a microorganism that causes or can cause disease, or we can define the pathogen as a microbe that can cause damage in host. And there are additional of the microorganism. There may be entomopathogenic nematodes that may be handled due to the fact most of the identical standard follow to using the organism. So the microbial pesticide are being developed as biological control agents with agents like I said before, the bacteria, fungi, virus, and protozoa, and the additional. And then the microorganisms such as bacteria and etc. as the active ingredients that can control many different kind of pests. So the bacteria, fungi, virus, protozoa, and entomopathogenic nematodes will control the different pests. Not all the microorganisms control one kind of pest, but they will control the specific one. Like for example, there are fungi that can control the weeds, but the other fungi will kill the specific insect. And another example is the bacteria species, which is Bacillus thuringiensis, that effective to kill the Aedes aegypti, and another species of bacteria, which is Bacillus sphaericus, that strain can effective to another type of mosquito, called Coxsackie fasciatus. So for the microbial pesticide, the pathogens will handle it or will control the different kind of pest like that. And then we'll go to the process. I think it's very small, right? And maybe you can see it clearly, but I will try to design you from the top one. Okay, the first one, process of the making of microbial pesticide in the big product producing. The first one is define a pest problem. So we need to define a pest problem before we choose which one the pathogens or the microorganism that we will use to make the microbial pesticide. And then next, after we define the pest problem, we need to find a pathogen. So which pathogen that can connect or can support to control the pest problem. And then after find the pathogen, we need to select the strain. By this step can be done by study mode of action and retain strain purity. And after do the select the strain, we need to file patents. And after the file patents, we can go to the develop process, or we can go to the proof in the laboratory. And after we prove it in the laboratory, we can prove in the small scale field trial. So we do the trials in the small scale of field. And for the developing process, if the product is not good enough, we need to develop process. The first one is multiply in vitro or in vivo, and then we see the concentrate or the water, and then we need to stabilize the product of the microbial pesticide, and then develop the formulation. And after develop the formulation, we need to prove it again in the small scale or in the field trials. And after the output is good, so we need to scale up the production. And then sorry, after scale up the production, we can develop use recommendation with the perform the field trials again, or develop the quality control standard and test by perform the safety trials. And then when we do the perform the field trials, we can apply for registration. So like all the things we do, we need the approval, right? So it will legally. So after the perform field trial is success, we need apply to registration. So we obtain the approvals, and then develop the marketing strategy, register the trademarks because we need or we need name for the product, and then appoint distributor and sell the product of microbial pesticide. Or we can sell after scale production, we obtain scale up data, we'll plan and make a product, and then sell the product. This can come from the development of a microbial pest control product used in the Lobilosa program, then 1998. So we know that the scam tell that is described and evaluate critically about all of the developmental process, include the biological, technical, and regulatory due to the produce of the product, include the economy too, right? Before we sell the product of the microbial pesticide, we need to choose the market and make the product is perfect for the customer. And the product will accept by the market and can give a benefit for consumer and company, because the aim of this product is to help to control the pest, right? And then the products, okay, because because there are several pathogens there, like I said before, there are 5, include the additional. So I give one for each pathogen. For the example, the first one is Bacillus thuringiensis Kurstaki or BT, with the product is Bactur and caterpillar killer. This product from the bacteria, and The function is to control the caterpillar or larvae of moths and butterfly. And the second one is Beauveria bassiana, with the product is Botanigard and Naturals. This one from the fungi, and the function is to control of adult and immature stage of aphids, thrips, whiteflies, and more. And then the third is Nosema locustae, with the product is Nolobate, is from protozoa. The function is to control grasshopper and mormon cats. And then the fourth is Gypsimoth nuclear Plehydrosis or NPV, with the product is cake virus. Yeah, it comes from virus, and the function is to control the gypsy moth population, or gypsy is kengat, right? And then the last product that I provide here is Steinernema peltiae or Neoplectana carpocapsae as Rhiophrapis, with the product is Biosafe, Ecomass, Canmass, is from entomogenous nematodes. The function is to control the larvae of wide variety of soil dwelling and being inside. And then this is the sources I use. The first one is a microorganism in biological pest control, a review bacterial toxin application and effect of environmental factors, and then the development of microbial pest control product for control of arthropods, a critical evaluation, and a roadmap success. I think that's enough from my presentation. I will give the control to Ms. Tia again. Thank you.
All right, great presentation, Ms. Atoy. So, to fight your curiosity, we ask a question to Ms. Atoy. So I will invite 6 persons to give the question for Ms. Atoy. So if you have any question, please raise hand. All right. The first is Diki. Please, Diki.
All right, thank you very much. So thank you very much for the presentation before, Ms. Atoy. So I have a question. The question is related to the pesticide. We know that pesticide is good for killing the insect that for our vegetation now, because we need to do that in certain area. There's a lot of insect here. But what do I have known is that pesticides also bad for the soil and the water system. So it might be bad for birds or maybe fish. So is there any usaha for making it better, like for the environment itself, for the pesticide? That's my question.
Well, thank you, Diki. So, Ms. Atoy, are you got Diki's questions? So, are you get it or need to restate it from Diki?
So it's about the waste, we can say waste from the pesticide, right? It will affect to the environmental or not, right?
Environment, yeah.
All right, I get.
Yeah, and is there any usaha to make it lessen?
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. So, Ms. Atoy, want you have a time for answer it, or you will directly answer these questions?
I'll try to directly answer the question. Is there?
All right, good, please.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the question. So we talk about the waste, we can say waste of the microbial pesticide to the environmental, and what we do so it will didn't affect to the environmental. Okay, first one, that the microbial pesticide have some pros that really good for the environmental. The first one is the microbial pesticide is non-toxic and non-pathogenic pathogenic to wildlife, humans, and other organisms not closely related to the target pest. Why? Because like I said before, that the microbial pesticide have the target, specifically target. So when the microbial pesticide have control the target, it will not control another things. So it will harm the human, the environmental, and the wildlife around the target, because it just affected to the target, because it makes the microbial pesticide just make for that species or that target. And another pros of the microbial pesticide is it can be used in conjunction with the synthetic chemical insecticide, because in most cases of microbial product is not deactive or damaged by residue of conventional insecticide. And because their residues present no hazard to human or other animals, the microbial insecticide can be applied even when a crop is almost ready to harvest. So when the crop ready to harvest, it will not harm too, because we know the residue is not harm both to the crop or human or another animal. And the positive thing of microbial pesticide is the pathogenic microorganism can become to stabilize in pest population or its habitat and provide control during subsequent pest generation or season. And it can also help the root and plant growth by the encouraging the beneficial soil microflora. So it will increase of the crop yield. But we know that this advantages of the microbial pesticide is it just especially for one target or specific target. So it can harm the other, but it will cost more money for if there are another pests in the crop. So if you ask about the usaha, I think it will not make us need more usaha for the waste or etc, because it will not harm the wildlife, animal, or human itself for the microbial pesticide. Maybe that's my answer for your question, Diki.
Thank you. That's answering the question.
All right, thank you very much. It's a great answer, Miss Atoy. Okay, and then the next question is from Miss Lilith. So please, Miss Lilith.
Okay. Thank you very much, Miss Dea. Thank you very much, Miss Atoy, for the great presentations. I would like clarify about the product from the microbial pesticides. I get the point from your presentation. There are 4 living things that can use as the microbial pesticide. The first one is virus, bacteria, and then protozoa, and the last is fungus, right? So my question is, let's see, for example, I'm a farmer of the corn, for example, the plant of the corn, and then my corn attached by fungi, for example, the pathogen from fungi. So what your recommendation, what type of the microbial pesticide should be used for solve my problem? Should be use fungi, or we can use another source, for example, virus, protozoa, or bacteria for solve my problem to kill the pathogen from fungi? Thank you, Atoy.
All right, thank you very much, Miss Lilith, for your question. So, Miss Atoy, do you get the question?
Yes, but I think I will collect it first for right now. Thank you, Mr.
All right, thank you. So let's we hear the next question for Miss Ilva. Please, from Ilva. So please, Ilva.
All right, thank you very much. First, I want to thank you Ms. Atoy, thank you very much for your great presentation. So I have a question. Can we mix two types of pesticides? If we can, is there any factors that should be considered before we mix the two types of pesticide? Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. Ilva, for your questions. And Ms. Atoy, so how about Ilva's question? Do you get it or not?
Yes.
So you need a time for answer the questions?
Yes, I need the time, Miss Nia.
All right, please, everyone, so we wait for Ms. Atoy to find the answers, and thank you.
I will try to answer Ms. Ilva question first, Miss Nia.
Yes, please, Ms. Atoy.
Okay, you asked about the how can we mix two different kind of microbial pesticide, right? Okay.
Yes, Ms. Atoy.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I will try to answer. So we know that the pesticide have the limitation, and we know again that the microbial pesticide has the high specifically target to against. So from what I get is we can mix the pesticide or especially microbial pesticide, but with the one who in the table list or it already proved can be used to mix together. Because if we mix without knowing that, oh, I think because there are two pests and I will use this, mix this, and mix without a right amount and etc., it will not result good for your crop. So you can mix the pesticide, but it following the table list and following the instruction from the company. But my suggestion is, if there are two pests, because the microbial pesticide have the specifically target of the pest, maybe you can use the first one to against the first pest, and then after the first pest is gone or have control under your control, you can use the second one to make it effectively use or effectively function of the microbial pesticide. Like that, that's my answer for your question.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. Atoy.
All right, and I'll try to answer Ms. Liet's question about the corn crop or corn plant that have fungi phase. So I think it's not always be fungi microbial pesticide to against the fungi phase. Why? Because from the example I got, that the fungi can use for another tool, like the fungi can use for killing the insect, and the fungi can use the certain weight. So it possible if another, like sorry miss, correct, if another pathogen like bacteria, protozoa, virus, or entomogenous nematodes to if there are the product to against the pest from the fungi, from the fungi. So it not always be fungi to fungi, the bacteria to bacteria, and virus to virus, and etc. That's my answer, Miss. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Ms. Atoy. So I can get the point from you. So we can switch between pathogen and the microbial pesticide, not only same type between microbial pesticides and pests. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss. It's based on the function itself.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. Lilith and Ms. Atai. So I will invite 2 person more for the question. So please, all right. So here is Aisha. So please, Aisha.
Okay, thank you, Miss Tia. So, Miss Aitoy, I want to ask about, can the microbial pesticide fail and even destroying the plant? If it can, then what it can happen? Can you get my question?
So how about it, Miss Atai?
What can cause the microbial pesticides fail and even destroying the plant? Is there any possibilities that this case will happen to the plant?
Okay, I get the question. About can be the microbial pesticide destroy the plant, right? Okay.
Yes, it is.
All right, all right. I will try to directly answer the question. Okay, for the possibilities, I think there are possibilities. There always be possibilities, but the percentage of the possibilities that microbial pesticide will harm the plant, I think it's small, because we know that everything, or we can say every microbial pesticide or every drugs for plant have the doses, right? So if we use the doses and we use the microbial pesticide right to the target with the right amount of doses, I think it will not destroy the plant or destroy the plant, because it will just destroy the pest itself. Maybe it back to the composition or doses of the microbial pesticide, and the type of microbial pesticide that you use is right for that pest or not. So it will make the possibilities to harm the plant is so small for me. But there is always be possibilities, because sometimes the product from human is not that perfect, right? That's my answer. Thank you.
All right, great. So I will invite the last questions. All right, good. So please, Hesti.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ms. Adel, for the good explanation.
I'm sorry, Hesti, can you speak louder?
Oh, wait.
Can you hear my voice?
All right, it's clear. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ms. Atoy, for the great explanation. In your opinion, which one is the best between the microbial pesticide and the common pesticide in synthetic chemical common pesticide? Which one the best to use? That's my question.
All right, thank you, Hesti. So Hesti's question.
Yes, about which one is better between the chemical pesticide and microbial pesticide. Okay, I will try to answer directly. So, in my opinion, because you asked my opinion, I think that microbial pesticide is more good or better than the chemical one. Why? Because like I said before, to answer sorry, I mean to answer Diki's question, that there are several pros that make the microbial pesticide is better than the chemical. The first one is there are no residues. We know that the chemical have the residues, right? Residue that will hazard the environmentals and make it the waste for the environmental. But the microbial pesticide didn't have the residue that will hazard human, wildlife, or the environmental itself. And the microbial pesticide have the target, specific target, so it will not hazard the plant itself. So when the pest in one plant, it will not hazard the plant, but there are several cases when we use the chemical, it will affect to the crop of the plant, right? And then another thing is, besides there are no residue that will hazard or harm the environmental, human, and etc. But the microbial pesticide itself will not hazard the human. So if it's not the target of microbial pesticide, so it will give an effect to that non-target of the microbial pesticide. And the microbial pesticide is ecologically safe, so the other natural enemies are free from their threatening. So it will not, like I said before, it will not treat another living things around the plant, and it will increase the biodiversity in managed ecosystem, because it just control the pest, right? So when the pest already control, the diversity will balance. And from what I know about the chemical pesticide have the hard effect to the environmental, to the plant itself, and but the chemical is have the general function, right? So no need to just both for this pest and this pest, but we can use one for several pests. yeah, maybe that's the pros and cons, but if you ask my opinion, I will choose the microbial one for the better environmental. Yeah, that's my answer.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. Atoy.
Yeah, thank you.
I get the point.
All right, thank you very much, Hesti and Ms. Atoy. So we are in the end of the discussion session. So thank you very much, Ms. Atoy, for a great presentation. So give applause for Ms. Atoy, everyone. And then, so for the conclusion, so in this presentation, we can conclude that, I'm sorry. So we can conclude that plant disease can control by microbial pesticides, which divide into 4 groups, which are bacteria, fungi, viruses, protozoa, and entomorphic nematodes for the additions. And for making microbial pesticides, it includes complex process from defining a pest pathogen until obtain approval for selling the product. And the end products are varies and specific to its pathogen. Well, before we close this session, so for Ms. Atoy, do you have anything to say?
I will thank you for all the attention and all the question. I hope you got my point about this microbial pesticide. I'm sorry if there are something wrong from what I said because yeah, I'm new for this topic. But thank you for your attention and thank you for Miss Dea for become a moderator in my presentation and Miss Lid for this kesempatan. Thank you all.
Close this session. Thank you very much. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.